Hello, everybody. I am sitting in one of my favorite places in the beautiful parsonage that the great people of the NCR, the North Central region, provide for Sanj and me. I'm sitting at the piano, and I'm not going to torture you with music today, but this is one of my favorite places to sit. Love to make a racket on the piano. But I wanted to give you a shout out today, and first of all, just to wish all of our moms very blessed and happy Mother's Day tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day on the calendar. It should be on the church calendar. I want to talk to our pastors in just a second, a little bit, maybe give you a few thoughts about as you're preparing your message and finalizing things for tomorrow. So hang with me for a few moments here if you would. But first of all, I'd like to ask all of you to maybe take a moment today and over the next few days. And pastors, if you can work it in on Sunday during your prayer time, make mention of the Montana camp meeting starting next Thursday at the Great Kalispell Church. They're in Kalispell, Montana, one of the most beautiful places in the world. And that great church there with Mike and Terry Hance hosting us. We got a great camp meeting lined up. Got Dr. Jim Stevens will be our keynote speaker. Sister Joyce will be speaking at a ladies' tea and meeting on one of the days, and I'm going to speak on Friday morning. And so anyway, got a great camp meeting lined up, and looking forward to spending time with all of our dearly loved brothers and sisters out in Montana. Of course, everybody all the way out to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, down that other end of the region. Everybody is welcome, of course. But anyway, be in prayer about that and maybe make mention of that on Sunday. But let me talk to you just a little bit about Mother's Day today. As an early pastor, for many years really, I had, kind of this sentimental Mother's Day card kind of approach to Mother's Day. I didn't realize how complicated Mother's Day really is. And so I didn't do as good a job as I should have and could have, and got, the leverage and the mileage out of that day for fulfilling the Great Commission. And I remember when I was a little boy, we would wear a red flower if our mother was alive, and we'd wear a white flower, usually a rose, if our mother had passed away. And everybody did that. And it was just that kind of epitomizes maybe the sentimental side of Mother's Day. And I remember one year my daughter, somebody wore a pink rose to church on Mother's Day, and she said, "What does that mean? Does that mean that their mother's half dead?" And I never forgot that, and it probably that's how most mothers feel a lot of the time, about half dead with all that's on their shoulders to do. But I want to remind you that Mother's Day is not necessarily, or it's far more than a sentimental Mother's Day card, take mom out to dinner or lunch kind of day. It's very complicated. There's a lot of swirling emotions that are running around, and Mother's Day brings it to the surface. And for instance, you will have people probably tomorrow, unfortunately, because I believe they could be ministered to, but you will have people that will miss church tomorrow because it's Mother's Day. Maybe they lost their mother recently, or a grandmother, or a child. Mom's lost a child, and it's just so painful. There are women, unfortunately, that would like to be a mom, but for whatever reason, they have not been able to conceive, and they're happy for other women, obviously, but it's just such a painful day for them. There's a lot of swirling emotions around Mother's Day, and so I want to encourage you, maybe 3 approaches in preparing your remarks for Mother's Day, under this whole overarching rubric that Mother's Day is complicated. Use this to address some issues, but do it with tact, do it with wisdom, and minister to your people. So don't blow Mother's Day off, but use it as a special day to really minister to your people. So here's three things to do. First of all, speak healing and encouragement into your people's lives. A lot of ugly situations horrible, maybe a horrible divorce, maybe a mom that got saved later in life and was not the kind of mom she needed to be when her children were little. Maybe children that have greatly disappointed their parents and was the prodigal son, prodigal daughter, and now the damage is done, and maybe even mom has gone on to be with the Lord, and all of those kind of situations. I did not realize this until it came into my own family, but women don't talk about it that much, but so many women have had a miscarriage and sometimes multiple miscarriages, and to them and to their husband, that's the loss of a child. Society just kind of blows it off, but so you speak healing, and we don't understand why things happen, but we trust God, and God can make good come out of it. And so speak healing and encouragement. Deal with grief and all of the different things, the different dynamics. Just be aware of that first of all, and deal with that. But not only encouragement and healing, but speak validation and inspiration. Validate the moms. Our society does not value motherhood now. There's so many other demands. Women feel all this pressure to be other things, and I thank God that they've got options. But the great high calling of being a mother, validate the moms there. I've never met a mom, maybe there is one out there, but I've never met a mom that felt like they were the gold standard of motherhood. They're usually their own worst enemy, beating themselves up, wishing they could be better, be more, do more. They're always running behind. And so validate your moms. Use this as a day to validate your moms, but also to inspire them. Speak to the younger women. Speak to the dads to honor motherhood, to the wonderful privilege of having a mother in their life as their wife. And so validate and inspire families to value motherhood and give maybe some instructions on how to be a mom. But then, last of all, don't miss the opportunity on this day to cast the net, to make this a salvation moment. I mentioned earlier about abortion. That is millions and millions and millions and millions of abortions in America since the 70s when it was made legal in our nation. This is not the day to weigh in on the political side of all that, but this is a day to wade in and say that there's forgiveness with failure, whether it's, I mentioned abortion, but there's so many other areas. But God, today, this is the day that you can dedicate your life, rededicate your life, forgiveness for all the things that maybe you failed your mom or you failed your children, all the different issues there, the complicated issues. This is the day that you can cast the net and let's reboot. Let's start over today. We can't go back and undo the past, but we can create a new future. And so encourage your people, speak encouragement, speak validation and inspiration, and speak grace and forgiveness. Make it a special day. So anyway, Mother's Day is complicated, but it can be leveraged to do great kingdom work and minister to your people. So once again, I give a shout out to all the moms in the great NCR. Thank you for all you do, both at home, in church, and in our culture and society. I want to salute my own mom, Carolyn Kemp, there in Walhalla. Mom, I love you. You are a great mom and have a huge impact. I want to salute my own wife, a credible mom, Sanja. She's just a wonderful mom. I have my daughter has turned out to be a wonderful mom, and she's made it public now. So we just found out this week, I think, 7 years since our last baby being born. She is pregnant unexpectedly, but we consider it a gift from God. So Brianna, I give you a shout out. Happy Mother's Day. And my wonderful daughter-in-law, Jennifer, the mother of my son's 3 children, a wonderful mom. So I am so blessed in my own life, right up close, to have wonderful moms and that have modeled a Christian life. But anyway, happy Mother's Day to everybody. God bless you. See you around the bend.